In taking time to reflect on 2020, remembering anything before mid-March is a challenge. At the outset of each change we encountered, it was hard to fathom the profound impact each would have on the scouting movement as a whole and our council specifically. Despite each challenge, our volunteers, staff, and scouts themselves showed incredible resolve to maintain programs, develop new ones, and gain skills no one could have anticipated needing in January of 2020. March brought the COVID-19 pandemic and associated lockdowns to Connecticut. At first, it seemed like we would need contingency plans for a couple weeks, which quickly became a couple months, and then endured the remainder of the year. What came out as a result was nothing short of inspirational. Throughout the remainder of this video, we'll be sharing some of the outstanding accomplishments our council enjoyed in 2020. Ultimately, it was a difficult year. Our council staff is smaller, our camps were empty during the summer. Cub Scout recruiting, popcorn sales, and more were deeply impacted. Despite all of these challenges, the scouting program continues in the Connecticut Rivers Council because of dedicated leaders both inside and outside of our programs. To each of you, we say thank you. Beginning with membership, the Connecticut Rivers Council served 4,174 Cub Scouts, 3,984 Scouts BSA, 589 STEM Scouts and Explorers, and 81 Venturers and Sea Scouts. This was made possible through the efforts of 3,530 adult volunteers. A key component of the Scout Oath is to help other people at all times. Our council issued a Thank You Frontliners Council shoulder patch in partnership with 4CT.org. We were able to donate $2,000 from the proceeds of the patch sales to support frontline workers. In addition, we do our best to provide assistance and camperships to scouts who need financial help. In 2020, the Connecticut Rivers Council was able to support more than 200 scouts through these initiatives. We have all seen the value of scouting firsthand, but several studies have been conducted to test program outcomes. Here is a selection of recent findings. Scouts are twice as likely to earn a bachelor's degree than the general public. Scouts are twice as likely to earn an advanced degree as well. Scout alumni are significantly more likely to have a very good or exceptional credit score. In adulthood, Scouts enjoy personal incomes that are nearly double the national average. Scouting matters, and these are just a few of the reasons. While the pandemic restrictions significantly impacted fundraising efforts, our council had a strong fiscal performance in 2020. While Scouts were not allowed to sell popcorn at storefronts or door-to-door, they still sold $227,411 of product, including a tenfold increase in online sales compared to 2019. Although most of our fundraising events looked a lot different in 2020, our council's development volunteers and staff conducted 5 special events that raised more than $400,000. We also enjoyed the support of more than 500 individual donors. A big thank you goes out to everyone who supported the Connecticut Rivers Council financially in 2020. As you can see, our council revenue comes from a variety of sources. The 4 largest in 2020 were other revenue, which includes council membership fees and PPP funds, special events, foundations, and camp revenue. Expenses for 2020 were largely employee compensation, with professional fees, occupancy, and other expenses together making up 86% of the total. Our council is blessed to enjoy the support of numerous foundations. Some of these are on the screen now, and you can find a complete listing at ctscouting.org/foundation-support. The Connecticut Rivers Council also receives generous support from our local business community through contributions, special event sponsorships, and matching gift programs. We couldn't do this without you. To see a full list of corporate sponsors, please visit ctscouting.org/corporate-sponsors. Finally, we want to provide a snapshot of some of the outstanding program achievements our council experienced in 2020. Between Eagle Scout projects and other community service, our scouts gave more than 14,000 hours to their local communities. 2,000 scouts participated in a council-sponsored virtual program. 5,500 nights of camping were recorded. 50,000 scouting for food bags were distributed. 5,000 rank advancements were earned. 7,366 merit badges were earned. And 322 young men and women earned the rank of Eagle Scout. Once it became clear that in-person summer camp would not be possible in 2020, the Connecticut Rivers camping team developed Camp Kinda Lika. Remarkably, this program went from concept to execution in just 6 weeks. The results were staggering. Camp Kinda Lika served 1,315 scouts from 75 councils encompassing 32 states, Washington, D.C., and Germany. As mentioned before, the pandemic forced instant and significant changes to the delivery of scouting programs. It was clear that our council needed to offer new programs to supplement unit efforts as they learned how to adapt to the restrictions. Some of those council programs included virtual merit badges, the virtual 5K, virtual camporees, online STEM Nova Awards programs, virtual roundtables, and lots more. We also promoted and supported several national BSA virtual programs, including the National Camp-In, Family Fun Fest, and others. As we pivoted our program offerings to a virtual environment, our council was able to develop and cultivate program partnerships with an incredible variety of community partners. You can see from this list that our scouts were able to interact with experts in many different fields. Thank you, partners, for your work with our scouts. 2020 provided many tests for the scouting program in the Connecticut Rivers Council. While it proved to be a wild roller coaster, our scouts, volunteers, executive board, and staff pulled together to foster a sense of normalcy in the lives of our area youth when they needed it the most. Thank you to each of you for your tireless efforts and unwavering support.
Wow, scouting at Connecticut Rivers Council adapted in 2020 and is growing in 2021. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Heideck, the 5, 6, and 11 p.m. anchor at NBC Connecticut. Tonight, I'll be your MC for the second annual Salute to Youth virtual event focusing on the scouting program at Connecticut Rivers Council. Tonight, you'll hear about the life-changing programs they offer and meet some of the extraordinary individuals who have come through the program and made remarkable contributions to their profession and their community. For some of you, this will be reminiscent of your youth, and for others, it'll be the first time you hear about scouting, and hopefully you'll be motivated to register and join one of the greatest youth development programs. Both of my kids are involved in scouting and have been for years. They're hoping to attain their Eagle rank. We've been camping and hiking. We've been involved with scouting for a long time now. The outdoor adventure is a promise that's made to boys and girls when they join scouting, and we love it. Today, the amount of time kids spend outside is unfortunately alarmingly low, just minutes per day. Through scouting, the goal is to get your child outside so they can canoe and hike and shoot and swim and just be kids. So why is this important? In the outdoors, boys and girls have the opportunities to learn skills that they can't get anywhere else. Here they find the inspiration, they learn teamwork, and they become leaders. Learning by doing is a hallmark of outdoor education, and scouting wrote the book on that. Let's begin our program with the scouting tradition of raising the flags, the Scout Oath, and Law.
Scout is trustworthy,
loyal,
helpful,
friendly,
courteous,
kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
2.
After 18 months in the great indoors, scouting is helping to fight that nature deficit in our young people. Get involved, get into scouting, and get outdoors so you can experience the fun and the adventure. And you'd have an answer to the question, what did you do this summer? Here in Connecticut Rivers Council, we have 3 council-owned camping facilities scattered all across the state, each with its own unique opportunity. Our traditional summer camping programs recognize the fact that Scouts are changing, and they strive to evolve with them without losing the essence of Scouting. Our camps offer programming for Scouts, Cub Scouts, venturing, Sea Scouts, and exploring over a 6 to 7 summer week period. During this time, thousands of youths enjoy the unforgettable experience of Scouting. Scouts can earn merit badges along their advancement trail or experience our premier programs such as climbing, ATV riding, pistol shooting, and aquatics. So what do they like best about summer camp? Well, let's ask them.
I'm Owen Blair, and I swam for the first time this year.
I'm Oliver, and I got the biggest fish at camp this week.
We're from Troop 76 in Simsbury, Connecticut, and we built this awesome revolving door.
Hi, my name is Jacob, and I went bouldering on the water.
This week, I got 4 in the black and the rifle range.
We just won the swimmers medley.
I did improv, something I've never done before.
We just swamped these canoes.
On purpose.
I shot the highest score for scouts this week, and I got a 227 on the junior archery tournament.
I just rappelled down the tower.
My name is Isaac Wolfgang, and this week I blobbed.
My name is Nicholas Sura, and this week I also blobbed.
My name is Andrew, and I blobbed, and I learned how to do boating.
I've done 3 things I've never done before in my life: fly fishing, welding, and chemistry, and I got the merit badges.
And the camp facilities are not just for the summer. They are used year-round for short-term camping, district activities, Order of the Arrow events, and specialty programs like Klondike Derbies, Halloween Haunted Woods, and fishing derbies. Enjoy the specialty programs that happen there throughout the year. Over countless decades, the camps have continued to grow and change and improve. At the end of the day, we love that we can provide a unique experience for all of our campers. But what we want most is to provide a safe place for all youth to be themselves, make friends, develop leadership skills, and grow their passion. Scouting is a program that's made available to everyone, regardless of any financial hardship. In 2005, the council began a program titled Scout Reach, simply traditional scouting in a non-traditional way. The program was delivered by program specialists and paid leaders, and it was offered during school lunch bunch groups or even after school. The mission is to deliver the same core values and character programming that Scouting is known for. Created in 1911, Eagle Scout is the highest rank in Scouting because it takes years of hard work, determination, and service to become an Eagle Scout. This prestigious milestone is recognized across the country and all over the world. Prominent service personnel, astronauts, United States senators, businessmen, and others count Eagle Scout rank as among their greatest achievements. In 2018, girls gained the opportunity to join Scouting and earn the Eagle rank. In February 2021, the first 5 female Eagle Scouts were in the Connecticut Rivers Council, and they met at the council office.
Historic day in East Hartford, the Boy Scouts celebrating the first group of female Eagle Scouts. The 5 girls and young women are the first to earn their Eagle Scout badge here in our state after the Boy Scouts started accepting girls as Cub Scouts back in 2018.
They can do everything that guys can do. Girls are strong, they're beautiful, and getting Eagle or doing the Scouts BSA is just another thing that they can take on and accomplish, because I know everyone out there can do whatever they want. Girls, guys, anyone.
A big congratulations to our newest Eagle Scouts.
Becoming an Eagle Scout takes perseverance and hard work. Only 8% of all Scouts earn Eagle rank status. So why do teens do it? Some recognize and appreciate the impact that that award will have on their lives. Others are encouraged by their parents and their Scoutmasters. And for some teens, it's a family tradition. The Eagle Scout rank shows that a Scout embodies the Scout qualities of trustworthiness, loyalty, helpfulness, friendliness, courteousness, kindness, obedience, cheerfulness, thriftiness, bravery, and cleanliness, as well as reverence. Eagle Scouts embody the Scout law that makes them a person of strong character. These traits will help them in everything they do, from being a partner to a parent, an employee, even a community leader. Eagle Scouts value perseverance, discipline, motivation, leadership, and accountability, as well as achievement. And all those are tangible benefits to college admissions, scholarships, entering the military at a higher rank and pay grade than others, specific career recruitment goals, and opening doors throughout life. When a Scout becomes an Eagle Scout, they join a community of Eagle Scouts united by their commitment to the ideals of Scouting. Those ideals instill confidence and character in every Eagle Scout, and they serve as building blocks of leadership, service, and community. These traits serve the Eagle Scout from teen years, and they continue throughout every stage and age of their lives. Youth who have attained the Eagle rank are eligible for nomination as adults to receive the NESA Outstanding Eagle Award. Here with us this evening is Mr. Robert Teitelman to present 2 of those awards. Rob currently volunteers in the roles in the Council Advancement Chair, the NESA Alumni Chair, and the Assistant Council Commissioner for the Connecticut Rivers Council. He earned his bachelor's at Yale University, his Juris Doctor at the Boston University School of Law, and he recently retired after serving several decades as an Assistant Attorney General for the state of Connecticut, where he had many duties, including environmental protection, fraud, and public integrity. Rob also became an Eagle Scout in 1976. Please welcome Rob Teitelman.
Good evening, everyone. I'm thrilled to be with all of you this evening as we highlight our programs, our Eagle Scouts, and the community service that these young men and women complete at every level. I grew through the scouting program, earning my Eagle in 1976. I personally know the value of the scouting program and the lifelong lessons instilled in youth. All sorts of events are occurring in our communities and our lives, and while we have all seen many changes in the past 18 months, scouting has remained steadfast. The lives of scouts are guided by the 12 points of the Scout Law. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. These points are intended to guide our members, youth and adults, in behavior, leadership, and decisions. It is the message within these points that will help everyone think about things that they can do to help themselves and others around them. Several of these points resonate strongly with the challenges that society faces today. Do a good turn daily. This is the scouting slogan, a reminder that scouts live a life of service. As chairman of the NESA and Alumni Committee of Connecticut Rivers Council, it is my honor to present the NESA Outstanding Eagle Scout Award to 2 gentlemen who have lived by the Scout Law their entire lives. The NESA Outstanding Eagle Scout Award is a prestigious national recognition granted by the local council to Eagle Scouts who have demonstrated outstanding achievement at the local, state, or regional level. The award recognizes Eagle Scouts whose efforts have made a positive impact in the community. The first recipient is Mark Duclos. Mark grew up in South Windsor, one of 8 children. He earned his Eagle Scout in 1978 while active in Troop 389, South Windsor. Graduating from South Windsor High in 1979, he went on to the American International College in Springfield, Massachusetts, where he graduated in 1983 with a degree in business management. Mark is the founder and president of Century Commercial, a Hartford-based commercial real estate services company that does brokerage and advisory, property management, and construction management. He's a member of the Society of Industrial and Office Relations, Counselors of Real Estate, and Fellow of Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors. Mark is the immediate past president of the Society of Industrial and Office Relations. He currently is a trustee on the board of American International College, board member of the Real Estate Finance Association in Hartford, Building Foundation's annual charity, and coordinator of the South Windsor Girls Lacrosse in-house program for kindergarten to 2nd graders. An individual who has given 100% to his profession, his family, and his community. Please join me in recognizing Mark Duclos with the NISA Outstanding Eagle Award.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to receive the NESA Outstanding Eagle Award from the Connecticut Rivers Council. I congratulate fellow recipient Rick Hill in being recognized as well. I grew up in a family with parents who were committed to family values and grounded me and my 7 siblings, constantly teaching us about family values, commitment to your community, and a good work ethic. My mom and dad, committed to their teaching, their kids' character and lifelong values, were also den mother and Boy Scout leaders. They were shining examples of what we should be. My oldest brother, Ed, was an Eagle Scout, so that was the standard, be an Eagle Scout. The Scout oath is, or should be, the guiding light for anyone's career. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. And while I don't think about these values every day, those values were ingrained in me at an early age, and I've survived and served me well throughout my years of success, failure, challenges, and opportunities. Scouting taught me a lot. The Scout classroom was outdoors. There are no textbooks, and every lesson learned was disguised with fun and adventure. My children have benefited from this outdoor classroom and continue to benefit from it, as many of their passions continue to include camping, hiking, skiing, marathon running, and triathlon competition. Scouts taught me how to be a leader from a very young age. Early on, I was a leader of a patrol of members who were much older than me. It was an experience that taught me how to guide people for individual and collective success. Of course, skill sets that have developed and have survived into my adult life. Thank you again for this recognition. I know the life-changing benefits of this program. To all of you who volunteer your time to support this movement, like my parents, thank you. The program could not be possible without all of you giving your time and talents. It is thanks to all of you that this program continues to grow and impact the future lives of our youth.
Our second recipient of the NISA Outstanding Eagle Scout Award is Rick Hill, a tax partner at KPMG, where he serves as a national leader of the firm's industrial manufacturing tax sector. Rick, as you will all hear in a moment, has a lifelong love of the scouting program. Rick was born and spent the first 14 years of his life in Fargo, North Dakota, before moving to Wilbraham, Massachusetts. He received his undergraduate degree from Dartmouth College and his law degree from Western New England University. He is a certified public accountant in both Connecticut and Virginia, is a member of the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, the Connecticut Society of Certified Public Accountants, and the Connecticut Bar Association. His professional career began at KPMG in 1995. Rick was instrumental in the founding of the Rick Thorpe Memorial Scholarship Fund, a 501c3 that was set up to honor the memory of a high school classmate and football teammate who lost his life on 9/11 in New York City. A Scouter at heart, please welcome and congratulate Rick Hill.
Thank you, Rob. And thank you to the Council, NISA, and Alumni Committee for recognizing me with the NISA Outstanding Eagle Award. I am truly honored. I grew up in Fargo, North Dakota in the 70s. In those days, activities for young boys included school, sports, hunting and fishing, and Boy Scouts. My family attended Faith United Methodist Church in Fargo. Boy Scout Troop 214 was affiliated with our church and had all of its troop meetings there. From my earliest memories, I recall that my dad was active in the leadership of Troop 214. I remember Dad working at the Troop 214 Christmas tree sale fundraiser long before I became 11 and graduated from Webelos to join the Boy Scouts. I remember stories about Dad guiding canoe trips for Scouts at Summers Canoe Base on the boundary waters in Ely, Minnesota. So from the outset, Scouts for me was a family activity, and it provided an opportunity for me to have fun with my friends. I never realized what a profound learning and development opportunity Scouting would provide. I really value the life skills I've learned as a Boy Scout. How many people can honestly say that they have a favorite knot? Mine is the taut line hitch, followed closely by the clove hitch. Whether I'm tying down a load in my truck or tying a lead rope on a horse to a tree, these knots are produced effortlessly by my hands with no conscious thought. Thank you, Boy Scouts. I owe Scouting a debt of gratitude for teaching me basic first aid skills, how to build a proper fire, camping skills, orienteering, and outdoor cooking. As with most Scouts, I looked forward to summer camp with an anxious anticipation all year long. Troop 214 usually attended summer camp at Camp Wilderness near Park Rapids, Minnesota. I could write a novel about all the awesome experiences my fellow Scouts and I enjoyed at Camp Wilderness. As a partner in the professional services firm KPMG, I can attest to the fact that strong core values and a culture of integrity and inclusiveness are critical to our success. In matters such as attracting and retaining talented new professionals to grow our business, or instilling confidence in our clients that KPMG will always do the right thing the right way in serving their needs, values and culture are critical. KPMG's core values are integrity, courage, and excellence, together for better. I see similarities between what drives my success in my career and the values emphasized in the Scout Oath and the 12 points of the Scout Law. Looking back on my Scouting experience, I never realized that I was being prepared to serve clients as a tax consultant at a public accounting firm by participating in a youth organization that expected me to do a good turn daily while promising to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Scouting also teaches boys about leadership, planning, and collaboration. I remember vividly the Scout meetings where we developed our shopping list for the food we would need for our camping trips. We would plan each meal, figure out how many people we were feeding, then we would develop the ingredient list. If someone on the team made a mistake and we forgot to buy something, we experienced the consequences of that mistake as a team when we got to camp. Chore lists were also developed. Patrol 1 cooks dinner on Friday, and Patrol 2 has cleanup duty. On Saturday, we switched. And if any Scout complained about having to wash dishes or fetch water, that was a teachable moment for the Scoutmaster or maybe a patrol leader. In 1980, my family moved to Wilbraham, Massachusetts when I was 14 years old. Within a day or two of moving into our new neighborhood, I met 4 boys who were all members of Troop 359 in Wilbraham. Joining Troop 359 provided an instant group of like-minded friends who loved camping and other Scouting activities just like me. Better yet, a core group from Troop 359 was already planning to attend the Boy Scout National Jamboree at Fort A.P. Hill in Virginia later that summer. My new friends in Troop 359 and I enjoyed an incredible Scouting experience that involved meeting Scouts from all over America, with other perks like touring the monuments in Washington, D.C. We were advised to take 40 council strips from our home council, Pioneer Valley, so we could trade them with other Scouts from other councils at the Jamboree. I still have those council strips from Hawaii and Texas and a bunch of other states as a memento. I earned my Eagle rank as a member of Troop 359 a few years and a bunch of merit badges later. I am proud of this achievement. Looking back on this experience, I now recall the contributions of so many adult volunteers in the process. Scoutmasters, camp directors, and subject matter experts who coached Scouts on various merit badges are all so critical. Because of the investment in Scouts by these volunteers, whenever a Scout becomes an Eagle, the whole community shares in the win. It is not an individual achievement, and that makes Scouting special. In summary, it is so gratifying for me to support the Scouting organization because I have personally benefited so much from Scouting, and because the mission of Scouting is so critical to young people everywhere. Once again, thank you for this award, and thank you to everyone who has made this possible.
Congratulations, Mark and Rick from the Connecticut Rivers Council and all of us in receiving this prestigious award. Our mission going forward is simple: grow Scouting. We know the life-changing benefits of the program, and we want families, all of them, to have this opportunity to experience it for themselves. So, how will that happen? Joining us this evening is Mr. Lee Hoffman, Vice President of Membership for Connecticut Rivers Council. Lee graduated from Tulane University in 1991 and earned his Juris Doctorate from George Washington University in 94. An attorney at Pullman Comley in Hartford, Connecticut, Lee is the co-chair of Pullman and Comley's Real Estate, Energy, Environmental, and Land Use Department and is a member of the firm's executive committee. Please welcome Lee Hoffman.
I am honored to be here with you this evening to talk about Scouting, a program I feel is one of the greatest youth development programs in the world. The Scouting program has been an important part of my life, and I now get to watch the impact of Scouting firsthand as my local troops committee chair. Every year since my son Mike joined Troop 203 in Windsor, Mike and I have had countless adventures, including cooking an entire turkey in a trash can, camping in the snow, and an awful lot of nights out at Camp Mattatuck in Plymouth. This summer, Mike became part of the Camp Mattatuck staff and spent 7 weeks teaching our next generation of Scouts lifelong skills. And ultimately, that's what Scouting is about. There is no other program like this one. There are hundreds of different ways for kids to spend their time, including sports, fine arts, clubs, orchestra, or other activities that may promote teamwork or teach a set of skills. But Scouting takes all of that to a different stratosphere. Every week, Scouting addresses the 6 essential needs that young people have: mentoring, lifelong learning, faith traditions, serving others, healthy living, and building character. Other programs may address some of these needs, but none offers such a comprehensive, life-changing experience. And that may sound boring, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Scouting is actually fun. We get to mask learning and skill building within a program that has been tested and refined for 110 years. I've never met a kid who got pumped and wanted to join Scouting because it would build their character. However, if you offer an outdoor adventure that involves swimming, archery, camping, and boating, all while taking a minimal number of showers, the kids line up. They join because they want to have adventures with their friends, and therein lies the magic of the Scouting program. And now that I've told you one secret, let me let you in on another. Scouting is designed to allow kids to fail. That's right, fail. And failure isn't just allowed, it's actually within limits, encouraged. Let's look at that in practice on, say, an ordinary camping trip. For that trip, the adults play a very limited role. We're there for safety or to prevent something from going manifestly wrong. But other than that, Scouting is Scout-led, so it's up to the Scouts to choose the location, decide on a menu, and come up with activities for the weekend. That's what it means to be Scout-led. Now, what does that mean in reality when teenagers are running the show? Often chaos, and even occasional unpleasantness. We as the adults could easily step in before mistakes occur and make the Scouts' life easier, but that defeats the learning that Scouting offers. If the adults look over a menu and see that every meal consists entirely of Fruit Loops, well, we're likely to step in. That's not balanced and it's not good for anyone. However, if we notice that the menu calls for grilled cheese sandwiches, but nobody is buying butter or oil to cook the sandwiches in, we might ask our Scouts, are you sure you have everything you need? But once we get the obligatory teenage eye roll and, yes, of course, we have everything we need, we let the Scouts out on their own to discover the taste of cold cheese sandwiches or burnt cheese sandwiches. This is the possible outcome when your troop is Scout-led. The same holds true for gear. On a trip 2 years ago, Mike's patrol brought along a tent that had fewer than the number of poles that were needed, and rain was forecast. As you know, the poles are necessary to keep the tent taut and to keep the rain from pooling and getting in the tent. But like I said, they were missing. We could have gone back for the poles, but we didn't. Instead, that group of boys used a combination of ingenuity, tree branches, knots, and yards of parachute cord to fashion a tent that kept the rain out for the weekend. And what were the key takeaways from that campout? First, you had a group of scouts that were truly proud of what they had accomplished. You also had a quartermaster who had to answer to his peers for not getting the gear stowed properly the last time. But after that, he never forgot so much as a tent peg for the rest of the year. And that's because that's how we all learn. We learn not so much from success, but from trying, failing, adjusting, and trying again until we get it right. Our society tends to reward helicopter parenting and curated experiences for our children, but that has robbed those children of an essential skill, the skill of resiliency. Scouting isn't really about tying knots. It's about struggling with a new skill, watching the knot come undone after you've learned it, and having your tent sag, but then gaining the immense satisfaction of fixing the problem yourself and maybe even teaching others what you've learned once you've mastered the skill. Scouting gives you that satisfaction more than any other activity I can think of. I recently joined the council board as vice president of membership because I want to make scouting available for every kid who wants to join. For me, membership isn't about numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about reaching out to a scout and their family to introduce them to this fantastic program. I'm sure it comes as no surprise that our programs have experienced unprecedented challenges over the past 18 months. Our programs, particularly the Cub Scout programs for elementary school-age kids, were not built to be Zoom-friendly. Scouting is about collaboration, activities, family fun, and getting outdoors. But despite these challenges, Scouts and Scouters rose to the occasion to keep the program not just afloat, but vibrant. For some of our kids, that normalcy of being able to maintain a routine made a big difference in navigating their day-to-day life during the pandemic. Schools were closed, weekend activities looked totally different, but every Wednesday night, they were able to put on their uniform, recite the Scout Oath and Law, and see their friends, even if it was via Zoom. The efforts of our Scouts and Scouters to keep the program moving forward cannot be overstated. The work of the last 18 months now puts us in an enviable position today. Currently, we're enjoying one of our most successful Cub Scout recruiting campaigns in a decade. That's not because the scouting program has undertaken a dramatic change. It's because families are discovering that outdoor, family-friendly programs are an incredible way to enrich their lives. Our program is the same, but perceptions have changed. It's been incredible to see the enthusiasm of new and existing Scouts as we embark on a new program year. Seeing that has inspired me to do more and do better. Council has also worked on increasing our presence in the communities where we serve. The Council has invested in some new resources to help units spread the word about our programs. You'll see a few of those depicted on your screen. One thing we did was put a fresh wrap on our 30-foot bus and turned it into a mobile Scout recruiting vehicle. We created trade show booths to allow our units to set up a recruiting station at a school, community event, or anywhere they can interact with kids and parents to share news about scouting. We also have an inflatable Gaga pit. And if you don't know what Gaga Ball is, don't be alarmed. I'm still not entirely sure of the rules myself. But what I can tell you is that kids love the game. In many of our communities, scouting itself has been really the best kept secret. It's a fantastic program, but you had to know where to look in order to find it. We're trying hard to change that narrative and make sure that every family knows that Scouting is open, it's awesome, and it's ready for them to join. So thank you. On behalf of myself, my family, my Scout troop, and the thousands of kids who are learning new skills, making new friends, and participating in the best leadership program in the world, I thank you.
It is my pleasure now to introduce Mr. Don Allen, President and CFO of Stanley Black & Decker and the immediate past chair of the Connecticut Rivers Council Board of Directors.
Thank you, Mike. What a fantastic evening. I want to thank all of you for joining us for our 34th Annual Salute to Youth Dinner. This dinner is the Council's premier event in support of their character development programs. Although the program is once again virtual this year, it's an example of how we are continuing to adapt to support the youth in our programs and the families who rely on us. The Connecticut Rivers Council proudly serves nearly 15,000 boys and girls throughout Connecticut with the time-tested leadership and training program of Scouting. The Council enthusiastically meets new challenges head-on and continues to offer quality programming and services to the communities we serve. Thank you to all our Scouts and Scouters for continuing to scout on. Additional congratulations to Rick Hill, partner of KPMG, and Mark Duclos, president of Century Commercial, in receiving the NESA Outstanding Eagle Award. You both have come through the scouting program as youth and demonstrate character and leadership skills through your work and community involvement. I also want to thank all of tonight's sponsors for their generous and continued support. We couldn't do all that we do without you. And thanks to Mike Heideck for being our MC and doing such a great job. This officially concludes tonight's event. Thank you again to each of you for spending an evening with us in support of Scouting.
And that concludes our program for this evening. Congratulations once again to Mark Duclos and Rick Hill. And thank you to our sponsors, and thank you to all of you for joining us this evening. As always, please review our programs and camp offerings at ctscouting.org. The scouting programs could not happen without your continued support. In closing, in the scouting tradition, please join me in lowering the flags and taps played by Michael Klein of Middletown Cub Scout Pack 1010, to be followed by our closing campfire.